Over-delivering. What is the risk of over-delivering? We're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by Savvy Perks. Savvy Perks is the new employee incentive discount program that you can have for your employees, so you can create loyal employees that come back again and again because you offer such an amazing discount program. And it's all kinds of things that you have right from an app on your smartphone, so that as you go to a restaurant or as you go to get your tires fixed or rotated or maybe an oil change, you click on your phone, you pull up a place that's near you, and you get an incredible, outrageous discount. SavvyPerks.com. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's very, very interesting and quite affordable. All right, on to today's show, which is from a house cleaner who wrote into the show. Now, what she wrote into the show breaks my heart, and I'm going to read you her email so I don't miss anything. She says, "Hey, what would you do? I have a client that won't pay us to stay longer than 2 hours. Her house is a mess, and we leave, it's not clean. It would only take 1 more hour, and we could really get into everything. She has a bunch of friends who visit her home regularly, and I would love to sell them our services. They're my ideal prospective client. And I feel that they see her house when we leave and they say to themselves, she has a cleaning service? Would you give her an ultimatum, and would you stay the extra hour so that you can sell her friends and just consider it an investment in your business?" Let's talk about that for a second. There is a house cleaner who wants to give an extra hour of her time to help a client out to match the client's house with the house cleaner's standard of excellence. Wow, that's really going above and beyond. Now, in our business, we believe in what's called a mulligan, and that's where you give a little something more. The little something more is like cleaning out the inside of the trash can. It's not giving an extra hour of your time. So I want to back us up just a little bit, and I want to talk about this for a minute because I know where this is coming from. As house cleaners, we're people pleasers. We want to make people pleased and delighted that they've hired us. Because we believe in clean houses, we want our customers to experience that same joy. But let's back it up and let's look at it from a completely clinical perspective. When you go to the store and you only have so much money, you cannot go to the store and buy everything, okay? It's impossible to do. You can't expect it of yourself. Nobody expects it. Nobody expects the store to give you everything because it's not in your budget. So it's the same with house cleaning. When you go to a customer's house, if they can't afford 3 hours and they can only afford 2, that is all they can afford. And so by hiring you, what they're saying is, hey, I take pride in my home enough that I want to spend this money that I've saved on 2 hours of cleaning so that you can see how far you can go. Now, your cleaning does not match your standard of excellence, but there's nothing to say it doesn't match the client's, right? When a client has a really messy house, 2 hours makes an enormous dent. And so while you might think, well, it's not even clean yet, it's not. I agree. But to the customer, it might be, wow, this place looks so much better than it did. And if that's all they can afford, and out of the pride of their budget and being able to hire a house cleaner and whatever, I think it's important to honor that. Now, you say that she has friends that come over that you would like to sell your services to. The friends are coming over and they're seeing the house before you get there. So they know the dent that you made. And they don't know, maybe they do, they don't know how much money the woman is paying you. So it might be easy to assume that she paid you for a full cleaning and you only did half a cleaning. Yeah, that's going to make you look bad. But here's what you don't want happening. If you spend an extra hour of your time and you give this lady an extra hour every time to impress her friends, who are not paying your bills, by the way, you try to impress them, what they're going to see is this. Oh, well, I asked how much she charges for this cleaning, and she said it was X amount of dollars. And immediately they go to a place in their head where, hey, my house is really messy too. I wonder if I can pay the same amount of money and get the house cleaner to come over and give me 3 hours for the 2 hours I'm paying for, okay? So what happens is you create this weird situation that you don't want, number one. You don't want it from the first house. Second of all, you do not want it from multiple houses of friends that she recommends to you, okay? So you don't want to create that situation that you can't get out of. And then the next thing that I want to mention is it's not duplicable. What that means is as your business grows, as you hire more people, you are going to be paying employees to come clean this woman's house for 3 hours. 3 hours because you set a precedent that said, oh, we like you enough and we think it's okay if you live in a really messy house, and we're going to come in and we're going to do a top to bottom cleaning and we're going to give you 3 hours for the price of 2. And that's not duplicable. Are you going to pay your employees for 3 hours when she's only paying you for 2? I don't think so, because that's not how you grow a business. You go in the hole really fast that way. And so it's really important that you set the boundaries. And it's coming from you. This is in your head. It's not in the client's head. If it was in the client's head and she's like, this place is atrocious. Okay, so we have a couple of options. If you're only paying us for 2 hours, and these are the 2 hours that we're here, there are things you can do before we get here in order that when we come, we can do the rest of the job. But if we're showing up to your house and there are toys and shoes and Legos and food and all kinds of stuff all over your house, and that's the 2 hours that you're paying for, that's the 2 hours that you're paying for. If we get here and everything is neat and tidy and picked up, we can go straight to the blinds and the baseboards and all the different things that we normally don't get to because of the condition the house is in when we arrive. So it's between you and the customer to honor the customer's budget. Now, again, it may not meet your standard of excellence, but it might meet the client's. And that's really, really important to recognize, because like I said, as we go to the store, you can't buy everything. And if your customer can't buy all of your services and is not in a position to pay for 3 hours of your time, it is disrespectful for you to spend 3 hours of your time saying, oh, you're too poor, and you're not actually saying this is what you're insinuating, or my standards are higher than yours, therefore I'm going to do a better job than what you paid me for. Does that make sense? You are dishonoring your client by not giving what they've paid for. All right, and it's not duplicable and it's not sustainable for the long haul. All right, that's my 2 cents for today. I want you to really think about this one because it's coming from a place of love. You've got a really good heart. I love the fact that you want to give more, but what you want to give more is just a pinch. It's not a big chunk of your business. All right, that's my 2 cents for today. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.